a Milwaukee drill. I use it to when I'm doing installs, taking apart ripping it out. And I got my duck knife that's on the right. It's Matco is a good duck knife. Flex duck, got duck board, a duck wrap when you're making boxes, plenums, supply plenums. Such a good knife. They have them at Home Depot. This knife, they got this. Most of the tools in this bag right here, you can get at Home Depot. Like you see my strap. I've seen this strap on YouTube and they were right. This it's pretty comfy. It's real thick right here, you know. It's not like real thin where I feel like it's ripping right through your neck or your shoulder. It's real, you know, you can handle this bag. This bag's probably like 30 pounds. All the tools on it, you know, most of the time you're not walking like a couple miles with it. You're only walking like probably like 50 feet, 20 feet. So let's get started. One side of my bag, metal crimpers. I use this for the furnace, vent pipes, elbows, when you're ripping out a system. Most times the vent piping is old and rusty, so we removed that and we put new ones in. We'll put a brand new flue vent all the way to outside to all the way to inside, and just makes the job look nice, makes your work and your art look nice. I think of HVAC as like art. You know, when you go in there, it looks all, you know, it looks ugly and it's all old and rusty, but then when you take the old one out and you put the new one in, you want it to look nice. You know it ain't gonna last out forever, but you know, you do what you can to make it look nice. All right here I got the Wiss metal cutter. I cut plenums to make the holes for the collars, 8s, 10s, and this thing is real sharp. This is a good tool. Whatever you do, don't ever cut wire with this thing, because what it does is it will mess up the cut, and then when you try to cut through them boxes, it's gonna be so tough. It's not gonna cut right. It's gonna take you longer just to cut a hole. You know, you try cutting a 16 diameter hole. All right, now here I got a flathead. I use this to when I'm working on the furnace or the hole for the side of the furnace. I use this to begin my hole so I can cut it with this right here. I'll just bang it out with one of my wrenches over there, make a little hole, get this in there, you know, get my hole started, start cutting it. And you know, I also use this for usually I use the duck knife, but it tends to dull my blade out, so I just use this one. All I do with the duck knife, I just smash right through the supply plenum and the return plenum, because it's, you know, a lot thinner than a furnace. Furnace is pretty thick, and it takes you a couple of times just to make a hole. And right here, I got an insulated Milwaukee. It's a flathead. Got it from Home Depot. It's good, like when you're working on the you know, taking apart the unit. If you were to go over there and it was hot, it'd give you a little protection. You know, and if you were to have like that, you know, they got this sleeve right here, can protect you. But you know, I haven't seen it yet blow the top off of this. You know, I've seen it blow the top off of like these ones. It like messes it up. I've seen somebody stick it in something that was hot and it blew that flathead off. Before you start working on it, turn the power off. Save your tool and save you money damaging tools. You know, I use this for, like, you know, taking apart the high voltage from the inside the cabinet of the AC, or when you're inside the air handler and taking apart the high voltage. Some of them don't come with that contact or the breaker. This is a good tool. Right here, I don't know what you call this one, but it's like a flathead and a Phillip at the same time. So I've seen somebody use it on certain screws. I guess it helps you on certain screws. You know, most of the time I just use the flathead and the Phillip, but I think it gives you a better grip on a certain screw. I will find out later about that one. Right here is my Milwaukee Phillip head. Insulated, 1000-volt, resistant crescent wrenches. Use this for like gas, you know, the gas lines. Changing out, putting gas to cold. I usually use 2 wrenches, but I put the other wrench in my other bag. And right around here, zip tie tool, strap tool. There's all kind of names since I've been in this field. strap tool, zip tie tool. Use it for the zip ties when you put your flex onto the collars to the plenum. You can tighten it down with this, and you just use this to cut the piece off from the zip tie. This is a good tool. I think it's Mako. I think Mako makes this one. It's very good. It's good. I have another one, but nobody really likes that one. It's black. I don't know. I forgot the name of it, but nobody likes that one. I don't know. It don't give me no problems. The other one doesn't. I got some dikes. Cutting thick wire. This right here is, always use. You use it for all kinds. Like if you didn't cut the wire from the flex duct. Most of the time I use this when I'm running ducts. All right. And then I got a ratchet bit. It's got like a 4/4 to like you can open the doors to the cabinets to the ACs, the air handler. Air handlers. Some furnaces got that bit, but all inside here I got the Phillip heads and the flat heads. Got all kind of bits in here. Yep, this is a good tool. I don't really use it all the time. I just have it just in case. Right here, it's a pretty good tool. From West, get it from Home Depot. It's a metal bender, what I call it. That's what they told me it's called. But like, if you were in a furnace, like and you're putting a coil in, and like you use this to bend the metal, and then that flat part right there will go on like top of your coil or on top of your furnace. You can screw it down to it. This is a good tool for making plenums. You need this tool. You never know, but it's always on me. Some people don't carry it, but I do. It works. Or like when you got a pan and the pan's too big, you can cut it. And then you can use this tool to bend it back up, and you can, you just shorten the pan. This tool right here will help you how to get your pan back into that, or water can stay inside it. This tool is good for that. You can get it at Home Depot at the HVAC aisle. And then here, crescent wrench. Take the caps off the valves so you can hook up your gauges. These will take the caps off from to get access to the AC. You don't want to use these wrenches right here because they'll tend to strip the caps. I got a 1/2" hex bit. You can use it for motors, use it for whatever that bit makes. Motors, taking the unit apart, fan blades, taking it. I got this from a pawn shop. I haven't used it yet. It's gonna help me one day. Showed you on my drill. So I'm gonna walk there. Here's my Milwaukee. It's a M18. I got a Phillips head on it right now. It's got a big old battery, full charge. You get that from Home Depot. This is a lot faster than using like something like that, like one of those screw. But you want to be careful at the same time with this, because this will strip your screw holes. All right, so we're on this side. I'm gonna open it, but before I open it, I got a couple things in the front. I got a first aid kit. It's got band-aids, got alcohol patches. It's probably got Tylenol in there. A lot of band-aids, alcohol patches, aspirins. This is for the workers or me. If I, get a little cut, I can clean my cut, put a band-aid on it. Always gotta have a little first aid kit on your truck or on your person. Never know. Right here, got a Milwaukee 6-foot measuring tape. I got this from Home Depot. Pretty good little measuring tape. Keychain. You can use this right here to measure the attic door to make sure the new furnace or air handler is gonna fit. And if it doesn't fit, you gotta take that door down and put a whole new door on. I understand that pain. We're gonna get inside this side. We're gonna open up this side. Right here, I got an amp clamp for my meter, my field piece. It is a field piece HS33. This is a good little tool right here. I got this at a pawn shop. The leads, this amp, temperature clamp, field piece, the alligator clips. I got all this at this pawn shop for $100, and it came with another set of alligator clips, the clamp, and leads. So I got a good deal on that. This box got wire nuts in it, fuses, stuff you need when you're doing a change out. Someone didn't wire up the thermostat right or didn't wire up outside right, and it pops that fuse in the cabinet inside of the air handler furnace. You always got a fuse most of the time. And right here I got some wire nuts. This is a pretty good little case. You can always fill it up back up. Like if you use something, put it right back. It's a pretty good case and it saves a lot of room in this bag right here. Pretty good idea. I just had an extra little case and I put these right inside. It works great. I got another little box right here. Got me together a little ratchet set. Found another little box like this and I stuck the little ratchet set in here. So if I was working like, changing out a motor, taking something apart, taking the AC apart, taking a furnace apart, changing a component or something right close to me. I don't have to run back to the truck. And most of these right here will fit to replace part. Good idea. I took it from somebody. Alright, so now we got level. Level is always good. Use this level to level out your pad for your AC unit so it's not lopsided. In HVAC, like I said in the beginning, it's like art. You want your art to look like one of a kind. We do our best to, make your thermostat look straight. Even if you're putting an air handler furnace horizontal, you want to make sure it's level. You don't want to make it too off because, you can always get callbacks, and how much we do not like callbacks. So the level right here is always a good friend. It's a good tool. So in here we got Allen wrench keys. You use this for pump down. One of these keys right here will help you pump it down. If you don't have that ratchet, many times come to having to use this thing to pump down a system because someone could not find their ratchet. Even though it was still in their tool bag, they couldn't find it. Wire stripper, Klein's. You can get this at Home Depot. I got it from off of somebody. They did not want to use it no more, but to me it looks still good, so I used it and it still works. I make it work. Needle nose, Husky, deal. This needle nose, wire cutters, we call them side snips. I think I got a pair of pliers with this deal. This is a PVC cutter, pipe cutter. When you're replacing drain pipes, most of the time we just change out the whole thing. This tool I've had probably almost 2 years and it still works. It gives me a little hard time sometimes, but as long as if it's like a knife, if you sharpen it, it'll get you going again. Don't ever cut or try to bang with this thing because then you'll bend that blade. This right here, it's a good tool. PVC cutter, Home Depot. Right here I got some wrenches. Change out motor, trying to get into a weird spot to get that motor out. These will help you, replacing the motor. You can get you in that weird spot. We got a thermostat, little flathead, that screwdriver. When you're changing out thermostats, this tool right here will help you. If there's a broken wire inside a thermostat, you gotta, fix it. This right here is a good tool. You can get these at Home Depot too. You can get these at the supply house. In the supply house, it might not have these like this. It probably have like a little pin with a little straighter valve at the end of it. Those are my tools. And this is my bag. Been through a lot of work, and this bag is holding up pretty nasty. But when you crawling on them houses,